I'm not trying to be mean, but watercolours cost lots of money, so I want to get every last bit of paint out of my tubes when I can't squeeze out anymore. My name's Liz Chatterton. I'm a watercolour artist based in Berkshire, and every week I share a tip, trick or technique that I wish I'd known about ages ago. And this week it's how to extract that final bit of paint. Here's a quick tip. If you have an old tube of watercolour, one that you really love, that you have used to the nth degree, squeeze the last lot out of it. Maybe you need it for a next painting and you haven't got time to go to the art shop, or you just don't like wasting. Grab yourself a little jam jar like this. Or you might be able to find a little glass jar from a pickle or something like that. Make sure it's totally clean, and then cut your tube of watercolour. Oh, actually, look, there is stuff in there, isn't there? Do go careful because this is going to be sharp. Pop it in to your jar. Cut your tube right up. If you can, slice it open. There you go. Just open that up. And you can see there is some watercolour in there, which of course is getting all over me. Pop that in the jar. Open up the bits of metal if you can to expose the insides, and then get them into the jar. Add some water. Pop the lid on. So I'll stick that in for a bit of fun. Make sure the lid's on tight, and then give a little shake. You can let that sit if you want, and you can see already how much colour is coming out of that little tube. You can use that as a wash, leave it just until all the colour is dissolved off that tube, and that will keep you going until you can get to the art shop. These little jam jars are lovely, and often cafes, if they serve their jam in these little jars, if you say to them, oh, have you got any spare? You know, the empty jars, they'll have only put them in the recycling or something, and they'll give you a whole load of them, or they'll save them for you if you explain you want them for paint. If you want to see tips about how to rejuvenate dried out tubes of watercolour, there'll be a link in the description. So that's a way of getting the very last amount of colour out of your tube, keep you going until you can get to the art shop and treat yourself to a new one.